Okay, from one of my favorite games to another, we have Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear 2 The Rescue, 80%, 30 token by none other than Spagettd. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. Thanks, Electric Man. My name is Spagettd or Spagettd, and I'm going to be running Toy Story 2 for the N64. It's going to be the any percent category. So basically what that entails is there's 50 Pizza Planet tokens that you collect in this game. The any percent category only requires us to collect 30, specifically for the N64 version. All the other versions like PC, PlayStation, and Dreamcast require 40. Don't know why, but that being said, this run is a little bit quicker. It's a little shorter. I will say also before I start, I am like extremely tired. I just got done doing a 24-hour stream for the first time, and then I slept for like 5 hours, and now I'm here. But I didn't want to bail on you guys. Like they just fell at the same time, but I'm still, excited to run for like a Disney themed marathon since I love Disney licensed video games and things like that. They're just super fun. So I was like, yeah, I'll do the run still. I'm in it. So yeah, I'm just gonna start here once I count down, and then coincidentally, Electric Man also runs this game, so he'll be able to help me out doing some commentary as well, especially since I'm a little low energy today.
Don't worry. If you okay, since you're a little bit tired, we'll do sub 32. If you sub 32, I'll run the N64 console version for life.
There you go. All right, guys. So without further ado, we're gonna start off here in 3, 2, 1, go. So like I mentioned earlier, there's Pizza Planet tokens we have to collect, and the way that works is this game is a 3D collectathon platformer. Think like Mario 64 is like the closest thing. Each level has 5 tokens, and they consist of a race token, a puzzle token, a boss token, a collectible token, and then the coin token. The collectible token for this level is the sheep for Bo Peep, and the boss is this little robot right here.
Yeah, this boss is the easiest, but also the longest boss in the game. Simply because you have to wait for its invincibility to go down. So that
yeah,
we
that's
can
why
hit
we're
him.
kind of just like running in circles right here because we have to wait for his little battery to run out for us to be able to hit him. Otherwise, he's like invulnerable. Too early. And then what you saw right there was me jumping in the spot where the Pizza Planet token would spawn. It always spawns in the same spot, and so we just jump prematurely into that spot so that we grab it as soon as it spawns. I missed this jump there, but it's all good. We got a little backup on the couch. But you'll see us do that when we can, jumping into where the token will be, because that basically just gives us a quicker token grab, since it plays a little cutscene before you can grab it. So if you just jump straight into it, you can avoid the little cutscene and save a couple seconds.
Yeah, and all the versions except PS1 are very straightforward to do, actually.
Exactly. That jump I just did right now, similar to the jump that I failed earlier. You're gonna see us doing really crazy elongated jumps like that. We call them extended double jumps. Basically, the way it works is, Buzz has his double jumps, his regular jump, and his second jump when he shoots his wings out. And if you time your second jump correctly, there's like I think it was a 3-frame window, something like that. Like a 3-frame window. If you time your double jump correctly, you'll get max distance. So you're able to make some unintended jumps and skip a few platforming sections, which is really handy. Here's an N64 exclusive as well. This trick only works on N64. You can basically wedge yourself between this door here. Normally it's not this long, but you clip into the basement without having to do the puzzle that's down here. You have to move some boxes around to be able to grab that piece. So, but instead we just do it like that. Just clip into the ground.
Yeah. And what you saw earlier with the race, he did like a skip that if you go around like a part of the van, it'll allow you to do a lap, and you can constantly like cheese it.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that too. So you're supposed to race RC there, but we just kind of cheese it. The game thinks you made a whole lap if you jump around the car like that. The little checkpoint trigger for the laps is like right there. So instead of going around the whole car, you just do those little jumps. Thinks you did a whole lap. So we got all the sheeps. There's our token. Last token we need is for Ham, which is right here. So this level, we actually end up grabbing all 5 tokens. That's why you saw me grabbing coins, grabbing collectibles, everything. Some levels we only grab 2 or 3 tokens, and then you'll even see a couple levels that only grab 1 token. Because like I mentioned, we only need 30, so obviously we just routed the quickest options. For this level, in Andy's neighborhood, we're just grabbing the boss token and the secret puzzle token.
Yeah. So the difference between the 40 token and category, 40 token is actually a lot more fun than like 30 token. I wouldn't say 30 token is better. Really, it's up to you what you want to run. Personally, I run 40, but 100% isn't that bad either.
So you saw us right there too. As soon as we killed the boss, we jumped into where the token spawns and just skip that little cutscene. And normally there for that token above the pool, we're supposed to inflate a duck and then jump on the duck to grab it, but we just time another extended double jump off that little fountain thing, and we're able to just grab it that way. There's also bosses in this game. Not only are there mini bosses in each level, there's also a boss for every 2 levels. Right? Every 3rd level is a boss, basically. So this is the first boss, and it's just this plane here. It always flies in the same cycle, so you can kind of just like line yourself up. Oh, I missed. But I know the backup. It's gonna be like right around there. So he always flies in the same pattern. He should come straight at us now. As soon as you beat a boss or you grab a token, you don't have to wait for the cutscene or anything. You can instantly exit the level to skip the cutscene, and it still tracks your progress.
Yeah, it also skips the save prompt.
Yeah, where to ask you if you want to save or whatever. It's just we don't need that. We don't need to save.
Yeah, actually, like saving the game loses a bunch of time.
So this is one of the levels I mentioned where we're only grabbing 1 token. This level is probably the longest level in the game if you're doing like 100%. But thankfully, we can just get by with only grabbing 1 token here, and this race token is the quickest.
Next quickest is the puzzle, but wow, 30 seconds.
So this one is also only 1 token in this category. This one is a little more trickier, I guess. So we have to do a well-timed extended double jump here to skip some platforming. You'll see it in a second. We basically are gonna jump off of a trash can, this trash can up here, to grab and to land on that umbrella.
I would say dumpster. Nice.
Yeah, so I got it first try. When I first started running this game, to me, that was the hardest trick in the game. I could not, for the life of me. So we just grabbed another token right there. So we skipped a huge section of platforming there just by doing that. That was like the hardest thing for me to do when I first started learning this game. I could not get that jump.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad for me, to be honest. Then some more used to this game.
Yeah. Here's the next boss. Like I said, every 2 levels, we have a boss for the 3rd level. Like a slime monster. So the way you beat this boss is just you mash laser until he shrinks and gets back in his trash can. You have to do, every time you do that, his health drops. So you gotta do it like, I think it's like, what, 5 times?
Yeah, five times, and it gets bigger.
This is literally just mashing. If you're good at Mario Party minigames, you'll probably be really good at this level.
Yep. This is the last phase. There's a green laser that spawns that you can pick up, but Spagettd's opting not to do that.
Yeah, it is faster, it's just spam laser. I mean, there I was getting hit a bunch of times, which usually I could deflect those shots he throws at you, but I just seen it. Here's another extended double jump to skip some platforming. We grab this. This is the first potato head piece that we're using, because every time there's a potato head in the level, you find one of his missing parts and he unlocks a power-up for you. So in this level, he gives us the rocket boots. The reason we unlock it is because in the very last level, we actually need the rocket boots. So you unlock them in this level, but we get them. That's really the only time you use them there, and then of course in the last level. I'm gonna concentrate here, but if Electric Man wants to explain what's gonna be going on here.
Alright. We're gonna be setting what's called a text storage. Remember that we could like had an option to like exit the level? But simply we're gonna use that to our advantage. We're gonna spin as a it will get into Disney animation, but after the Disney animation, you're free to move whenever you want, even when you're in a cutscene. And you're gonna see that abused like a couple of times. It's not for just for grabbing tokens. It's also for moving in between cutscenes.
It's a very convoluted trick. There's a great video on YouTube that someone did for the world record history of this game, of this category, and they explain it really well. So basically, let's see if I can.
To infinity and beyond.
I might have been a little too high there. Yeah, okay, we'll try it again. Jumped a little too early there. So basically what you guys saw was, we'll go back in the level. We have a lot of time. Thankfully, everybody else besides me has been performing really well today. So I was told we're like super ahead of schedule, which is cool. So we have time to try it again. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. You know what? Just for that mistake, I might actually run this. I might actually buy an Nintendo 64 just for that. Just to experience it, the lag.
Yeah. And so another thing we didn't touch on, the lag. So this is N64 console. There's sections of the game, a lot of sections of the game that run really, really laggy. Just drop frames pretty bad. I've kind of gotten used to it, but it does affect your gameplay. You have to adjust the way you time certain jumps and things like that. That jump being one of them. Okay, so we got the text storage again. So normally when you grab that text, or that token, the text box appears that asks you if you want to keep playing or exit the level. But since we spin into it, we can grab it during the cutscene where Buzz normally can't move, and that stops the text box from appearing. But once we touch Ham here, it activates the text box, and then we're able to move, and then we're able to use that to exit the level and get a third jump. There we go.
That time that was good.
So we basically use Buzz's animation of To Infinity and Beyond while moving to grab that token that's up there. Because normally to get that token, we need a different power-up from an earlier level, but we can skip it like that. It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of parts to that trick, And like I said, it deserves its own video, like of how in depth it gets. But it's a really cool trick that was found pretty recently, just a couple years ago.
Yeah, I might make a short explaining that.
Yeah, it's a really cool trick. Definitely the coolest part of the run for me.
Yep.
And I'm not biased because I helped find the trick. Totally not biased. So this level is one of the other levels where we grab every single token because it's just quicker. That's why I'm grabbing coins, because we're going to need them later. We're also grabbing the collectibles, which in this level are the little green men, LGM.
I love how you did that. That's one of my favorite moments. They are called little green men, called LGMs.
Yeah, LGM.
Yeah.
Like that's their official name.
Yep.
Even in the Buzz Lightyear Star Command show, they call them LGMs.
Yep. That is correct.
This is the race. It's kind of jank, to be honest. I failed like a couple runs from this before for some reason, because sometimes you just won't grab the rope. It's pretty rare, but it does happen. You'll just jump through the rope for some reason if you hit it at a weird angle. But looks like we're chilling.
No walk of shame here.
Yeah. I love that when you grab them too, they're just like, ooh. Awesome.
I like how they'd say, oh, ah.
Ah. The other one.
And here's one of my personal favorite bosses, Imposter Buzz.
Yeah, this is the evil Buzz.
Zub.
Yeah, Zub, Buzz backwards. There's this token that I jumped into, like we've explained before. But as you can tell, a lot of the mini bosses are pretty like easy to kill by just, if you have green laser, you can just hold down the fire button and just auto win. Pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, there are some bosses that actually can't be killed with laser, which we'll see later on.
Yeah. So we're almost done with this level. It wasn't that bad. And we'll go turn in the aliens to the mothership. And then we'll have our next boss fight after this level.
Yeah. It's also my favorite boss fight to optimize. We almost got like it's possible to sub 1 this, but it's very difficult to do so. So Solar and I are the main ones that pretty much just make this boss like so quick, like it's a joke.
Yeah, you'll see like some shades of the tech storage trick here with the dizzy strat. So basically, during this cutscene you see here with the pods opening up, Buzz can't move, right? I'm just locked. But if you spin into the boss, once he gets invulnerability off, there. Since we spin, now we can move Buzz during the cutscene as soon as he recovers from the dizzy animation. And that's essentially what we did to get tech storage in Al's Toy Barn. So this is just kind of showing you a little better picture of what we were doing. For whatever reason, spinning into a cutscene, like after Buzz does that dizzy thing, he can move during cutscenes. It's kind of weird, but it completely broke the game in a good way.
Yeah, and he's doing the more safer strat, which is not spinning at the beginning, and he's probably not gonna. He's gonna charge his laser at the end. Normally, it's faster to like spin at the end because you can skip. You can fight these guys one off, but charging on the last phase somehow does deals more damage. But I don't prefer that because, yeah. Onto elevator hop, or otherwise known as elevator hop.
Yeah, elevator hop, or what was the other one? So if you're on a good pace, it's elevator hope.
Or elevator cope.
Or cope, elevator cope, yeah. This level is notorious for killing runs. This game, to be fair, this game doesn't have a lot of RNG, but when it does have it, oh boy, does it have it. So basically, you kind of saw it a little bit right now. The collectibles for this level are the mice. They have like random, like they just move in random positions basically. You can't predict where they're gonna go. It's different every single time, and it can really mess you up. For 2 specific ones later on in the level. You can lose a lot of time trying to grab them basically.
Correct.
Hopefully the mice behave.
Yeah. Although, depending on how fast you go, they can sort of move in your favor, but it's a placebo, it's a misdemeanor.
So that one right there, for some reason, was way in the corner. Sometimes he's just standing right at the entrance, but he was way at the back of that little vent. There's also another N64 exclusive glitch in this level. It's actually not helpful at all. It's actually very, very bad. It's called the blackout glitch. For some reason, sometimes when you'll start the race in this level, the game will not load the room properly, and you'll essentially, the whole screen basically turns black. The whole level deloads essentially, and all you can see is Buzz and like an empty void of darkness. And when that happens, sometimes you can fix it by restarting the race, but if you get it to where you can't see anything, like not even the entrance to the race, then you have to basically restart the level. It's rip after that. So this is the RNG I was talking about. That little mouse can be a pain. Here's the other one that's also the bane of my existence. But that one could be anywhere on this wall right here. It could be anywhere on there. And because on N64, the field of view isn't very far, like the draw distance isn't very far in this version, you only have like literally a second of reaction time to see where he is as you're falling and move to him, grab him. Be kind of stressful.
Yeah. I hate stressful moments like those.
This part's pretty chill. We're just riding elevators. If the host has anything to mention about the marathon or the stream, feel free. I know we're donating towards.
We have a donation. We have a donation by Medicine. It is $10. Congrats on the amazing Disney Illusion Island 80% no infinite wall cling world record. King J0444. And I was the one hosting it.
Awesome. Yeah, I caught a little bit of that run as I was setting up for this. Very cool. I need to get that game.
Spagettd's gonna run. Spagettd's gonna run Disney Illusion Island.
I didn't say I was gonna run it. I said I just wanted to play it.
Oh, you're not doing the text storage?
Yeah, I'm not. So I could have. So there's another text storage trick you can do here. I didn't feel like going for it because, to be honest, I just haven't practiced it. So I'm just gonna play the safe way. But basically what we can do in this level too is another text storage with this token here. If we delay the race a little bit by just jumping in later, once the token is tangible around 3 seconds, we can grab it right here by holding jump. And if you hold jump, Buzz gets a little momentum. He doesn't fully land on the ground. And that'll give us text storage for some reason because Buzz has to be stationary for the text box to appear. If we were to grab text storage there, we'd be able to skip this cutscene here that we're watching right now. I would have just snatched it. I will, however, do text storage here though.
And almost fail.
Almost, yeah. So I spun into that token, so now again I got text storage, and I was able to avoid the text box for that token, and we're gonna skip the cutscene for this token as well. Damn.
Way to go, bud.
Oh, I missed. Never mind. I jumped into the wrong direction. So I was supposed to jump into the token, and I wouldn't have to wait there for like 2 seconds.
There is no way. I thought you were gonna fall there, and
I almost did
was
fall.
gonna be like face palm.
That would have gone from a time save to a huge time loss, but
Nice. Now we're on to the worst level ever, to the best level ever. Al's Penthouse.
so yeah, for those of you guys watching at home, this is, like I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the stream, this is the N64 version. I don't know if you guys are familiar with N64 games, especially when they're ports of other versions of that game. Usually the N64 version doesn't look as nice as, like, let's say the PlayStation version of the PC version. So it is gonna look a little dated as far as the graphics go, but I think it adds some charm to it. Very nostalgic too.
So what Spagettd did there was a buffer to jump. Yes, there are buffer jump sticks. That's the second time I'm gonna mention Smash. You can do a buffer jump in this game. But how you do a buffer jump is not the way we do it in Smash.
That was a, oh, nice, first try. So that jump I just did there, there's like a little shadow box, like the texture of the ledge of the shoot, I can't remember the name. The window, right? The windowsill.
Windowsill.
Yeah. So the windowsill there has a little bit of a texture, like a collision. And we're able to do a buffer jump into it and then grab that table from the TV. That skipped a lot of platforming in that level to enter the boss room. Little boss area.
Yep.
It's actually pretty hard to. Yeah, it's pretty hard to grab that table. So I'm surprised I got it first try.
Yeah, same. We're entering Zerg, or as I like to call him, Zerg, because it's Sephiroth, Zerg. Get it?
I get it. So this Zerg fight is pretty easy on console. He just moves really slow on this version, I guess because of the FPS. So we can literally just run up to him and do this over and over. Compared to other versions of the game, like PC, it's like almost impossible to reach him because he just backs up from you too quickly. You have to like trap him into a corner and spin at him.
Alright. Will you do YOLO?
No.
Ah, dang it!
I haven't ran this category in like 5 or 6 months, so that was like the last time I did YOLO.
Okay, fair enough.
So those 2 jumps I just did right now were also extended double jumps. Thankfully I got them pretty easily there. It'd be kind of tricky sometimes. So the race for this level, what we're doing right now, we have to collect these dumbbells for one of our toy buds. His name is Rocky Gibraltar. Bet you guys didn't know that. That's a deep Toy Story 2 lore for you. Deep cut right there.
And Toy Story 1. He was in the first one.
Yeah, he was in the first one. He's the little dude who helps you guys when you're moving in the moving truck. I almost went for YOLO. I was like instinctively doing it, but no. So there's that. So what YOLO is, for those of you guys who don't know, there's a really hard trick you can do, or strap, basically during the race while we're collecting the dumbbells. Since we have to enter this room to grab that other dumbbell, we can do this section of the level that I'm doing right now at the same time. There's a Pizza Planet token at the top of this ship, or top of this ship up here. And if you're just quick enough, you can do this and the race at the same time. And that avoids having to backtrack into this room, since I already entered in this room previously. Oh my god. That was
Oh,
really bad.
oh my gosh, the camera messed you up.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything there. My camera just decided to stick behind.
Man, I hate when that happens.
We'll just do this casually, I guess. So we did the hard part first try. The only thing I missed here was I was supposed to land up here and grab Mr. Potato Head's mouth because we're gonna need the hover boots that he gives us in this level to fight the boss. The boss in this level.
Alright, since you didn't do yellow, will you do puzzle? The new and improved puzzle? Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could.
Not the old puzzle skip, new puzzle skip.
Wait, what's the new one?
It's the one where you spin instead of using the laser. It's like you do the dizzy animation while in the... I can't explain it.
I don't know. I don't know if I know it, so I might not.
It's okay.
But we will do the race skip though. So jump into that token. So we're almost done with the run. Flew by, didn't it? We just have 2 levels left. One of them being the final boss. But this next level has, even though it's already towards the end, it's one of the most technical levels next to Toy Barn because we have to do text storage and some really difficult platforming. And if we want to be real crazy, we can go for a double text storage, but that's pretty high level. And to be honest, like I mentioned, I haven't practiced it, so I might not risk it. Because if we fail it, we'll have to do the race in this level as intended, which is literally like 45 seconds long. And this part's kind of tricky. There we go.
Bingo.
That platforming is insanely hard to do on console because it's so laggy right there, but it makes it really good. But that basically, doing the platforming like that to get up here skips having to ride on a plane wing. The plane wing just goes in circles around the map, and it takes really long to move on it. So nice. So we got text storage again, just like we did at the boss in Alice Toy Barn. And we're gonna use this text storage to cheese this Slinky Dog race. Basically what we're gonna do here is what you're supposed to do here. You see this like little brown path? You're supposed to walk along this brown path and do the race as intended and walk all along it. But we can just walk to where the token spawns and grab it. So the token spawns right there. We start the race as we're standing on it, so we just grab it frame 1. Normally that race as intended is like 45 seconds long, so we save a huge amount of time. The other method I was mentioning, which was the text storage, the double text storage, would have been if we
no! Yes, you did.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm notoriously bad at this. Maybe I should have done the double text storage so we could avoid this puzzle, huh?
No, it's all good. You got it. You got it that time.
So you can avoid having to do this puzzle because that brings the token down so you can grab it. But if you set up the text storage with that other token there, we'd be able to use the to infinity and beyond to just jump up and grab this token instead of having to do the puzzle. But that is a really like high level strat. It's super difficult. There is a safe way of doing it, but I don't know. I figured I'd just do it the intended way. It's not that slow.
Yeah, I mean it saves like a whole like 30-second.
Doing the race skip, yeah, but like the puzzle skip only saves less.
Oh no, it's 3 bosses we've already fought before.
Yeah. You could tell they were crunched with time here at the end because the boss fight at the very end of the game is just the 3 mini bosses we already fought earlier. For some reason, only the middle guy can get hit by lasers. So we shoot him with lasers for a bit. Ideally, we would have killed him with just pure lasers and then come in spinning on these guys, but set it up incorrectly. So now we just spin to win, and a timer's actually coming up right here. As soon as their health drops to 0, and that little bar at the end fades out. Or it's 0. There we Dun. Time. And that is a cursed Woody. And that is Toy Story 2 any percent for the Nintendo 64. Lots of cool little glitches and platforming. There's more to it at a higher level play, like the extra little skips we were mentioning. But for the most part, that's what you're gonna get. It was a really fun game. It's the first speedrun I ever learned. I've stuck with it in like 3 years that I've been speedrunning.
It was the first speedrun I've ever learned as well.
Yeah, definitely recommend for anybody who's either wanting to learn how to speedrun. This is a very, very good first speedrun game. You don't even have to do all the crazy tricks. There's a lot of like backup strats and like beginner strats too, which is really nice. Community is super nice and welcoming. Anybody who's interested in playing the game, we do have a Discord for the game. If you go on speedrun.com, there should be a Discord link right there for you to join. And like I said, it's on N64. N64 emulator is its own category if you don't own a console. There's PlayStation, Dreamcast, PC. So definitely, if you liked what you saw, I'd recommend. And I just noticed we hit estimate.